I've not been having very much luck playing Reno Priest. In this case, my opponent had played Excavated Evil. I basically had 2 copies of Excavated Evil in my deck, and I really needed to play Reno Jackson. But with 2 copies in the deck, Reno was unplayable, and turn after turn, I really needed to play him. And I just couldn't do it. Felt really bad. So I thought, okay, if I'm having bad luck playing a normal Reno Priest, what should I be playing? Well, how about Reno Dragon Priest? Everyone loves dragons, I love dragons, you play dragons, everything turns out okay. Dragons are just amazing. So this deck, its win condition ultimately, I guess, is Shadow Reaper Anduin. You've played Raza, so your hero power costs 1, and you just go crazy, hero powering multiple times per turn. Kill your opponent that way. If you need a bit of extra help, there's Spawn of Shadows. Keeping in mind, though, that Spawn of Shadows also does damage to you. So at that point, hopefully you've, or prior to that, you've hopefully played Reno, so you're starting this turn out with full health, or you've managed to play Greater Healing Potion. So yeah, Spawn of Shadows can kill your opponent, but it can also kill you too, so you have to be absolutely aware of that. This deck, of course, plays the Emperor, so you manage to discount a load of your cheaper cards, allowing those to be comboed with the Shadow Reaper Anduin hero power. You have a range of board clears in the deck, everything from Excavated Evil to Dragonfire Potion, Dustbreaker 2, and of course you have a load of dragons. Everything from the lowly Twilight Whelp to Alexstrasza, which is your most expensive dragon. There's even a Bookworm in this deck, and I've not seen that played for quite some time. Draconoid Operative, I love that card. A lot of people hate that card. I love that card. Steal something good from your opponent and play it against them. Sometimes the dragons in this deck, if you can just draw them and play them on curve, can actually be quite a threatening presence on the board. And you may find that the pressure from some of the dragons alone can be enough to help you win the game. But given that this is a Reno deck, I guess you're unlikely to draw into them so frequently. But anyway, this is a fun deck to play. Let's have a look at it in action on the Wild Mode ladder, starting out against a Shaman. So these are highlights from the end of the January season. Netherspite Historian in hand, a Shadow Word Pain in hand, pretty good. Oh look, there's a Dustbreaker. So we seem to be in pretty good shape here. Shadow Word Pain, wonderful against Totem Golem.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
So, oh, Spawn of Shadows, not what we want to see so early. That's kind of our finisher, so we'd prefer it if he went back into the deck. Anyway, we know what our turn 2 play is going to be. It is going to be the Historian. I'm not sure why he's taking so long for turn 1. I mean, there's surely only one play here. Surely. Go on, you know what to do. There you go. Hero power. There you go. Well done, sir. Right, let's see what we get. Draconoid OP is absolutely the pick here. There is some thought behind a possible Azadrake, because we have Spirit Lash in the deck, so there is a nice combo there perhaps, and Azadrake is card draw, I mean that's always good. But Draconoid OP is OP, so there you go. And I'm debating whether to play the Whelp here, because hey, it's board presence, right? And board presence is pretty essential against Even Shaman in the early going. The way they win is by overwhelming you on the board with big threats, 4 mana 7/7s, Totem Golems, things from below, Sea Giants, you name it, they've got it. So, bit of a slow turn for us. If we'd developed the Dustbreaker, we'd have killed our own board. I don't think that's worthwhile. So, it's time to play the OP card. And what do we get? Oh look, 4 mana 7/7. I'll take one of those. So, who's the big shaman now? We have the Emperor in hand, and you've got to consider whether that is a possible turn 6 play. It's a non-curve play, but you want to play the Emperor when, I guess, you've gathered more cards in hand, and you can discount them so they can be played for cheap with Shadow Reaper Anduin's hero power. So, oh god, that's a mana worm. We've got to kill that. Dustbreaker here clears the board, gets the 3/3 body down, which makes it better than Excavated Evil. With Excavated Evil, you get nothing on the board. Oh, he's got a 4 mana 7/7 as well. So, the choices are between Emperor, which just dies, to his 4 mana 7/7, Psychic Scream, or 4 mana 7/7. And 4 mana 7/7 feels decent here. He's got to contest it in some way. He's going to find it hard to kill. Unlikely that a Crackle can kill it. Even with spell power, he'd have to roll really high. So he plays another 4 mana 7/7. Okay, that's, if you're in doubt, play another one. And interestingly, this dude is trading. Didn't go face. I find that fascinating. And he wanted a value trade as well. So, I think the only play here is Light Bomb. We are overloaded. And Psychic Scream, to be honest, I don't know if I'd want to give him 3 4 mana 7/7s back into his deck. I think that would be bad for us, to be honest. Because let's face it, he's an Even Shaman, he's going to have all the luck in the world. Yeah, he'd just draw into them one after another. So, what do we do next turn? Whilst he debates what to do with 6 mana. It's worth noting, by the way, his health total. He's at 16. We're at 30.
Well played.
There could come a point in this game where Spawn of Shadows just kills him, but without the need for Anduin's hero power. Where just one shot from the Spawn of Shadows could end up being enough if we get him low enough first. As a Drake, timely pickup activates our Draconoid OP, and these are all interesting choices. I'm taking the Shredder. The reason is that we cannot play the Sea Giant this turn, but we can play the Shredder. And we create a board that's actually more threatening than his board. Who'd have thought that you could do that against an Even Shaman, who can play all these big threats? And look, he's trading again. Wow, this is an Even Shaman that loves to trade. I mean, it's fine, it's correct, right? You have to trade. You need board presence. But he's done so much trading, including trading with a 4 mana 7/7, that I don't think he's going to be able to damage me in this game. I think we are forever going to sit at 30 health. And that Greater Healing Potion is doing nothing in my hand. So I'm almost praying for him to damage my face so I can play Greater Healing Potion and get some value out of it. Now, this is a really good Psychic Scream, because, okay, we give him Aya back, that's not ideal. He gets to play Aya again and get another summon on the Jade Golems. They grow. But we give him 2 rats, we give him a totem. That's actually okay. That's decent. Because soon he's going to get to a point where he's just top decking. If you play, yeah, he's played that second card. He's now going to be top decking, hopefully for the rest of the game. Maybe next turn he'll draw a rat, perhaps. Oh look, there's a board clear. Precisely what we needed. So the way he wins this game is if he can actually keep something on the board that hits for a lot, like a sea giant, you know, thing from below. Keep a couple of minions on the board, maybe the Lich King, keep a couple of minions on board that can hit for high attack. Keep them there and keep smashing my face and hope I don't draw Reno. That's his only way of winning. And then maybe if he does enough damage to my face, he draws a crackle or two and wins from there. But we're still at 30 health. And he's still top decking. Oh, doesn't want to play that card. Okay. Ooh, Coalite Oracle. Now, this card is dangerous. You see, it draws me closer to... Oh, look, Raza. It draws me closer to Shadow Reaper Anduin. But it's refilled his hand as well, and that is actually quite dangerous. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh boy, there's a sea giant. However, he's down to 10 health, and there's a Holy Smite. Now, Spawn of Shadows gives us 4 damage with the hero power. Holy Smite is 2, 6. We could steal the spell power totem, 7. We're not quite there yet. We are not quite there. What a cool lethal that would be. Potion of Madness to steal the spell power totem, Spawn of Shadows, Holy Smite. That would be an awesome, awesome lethal. And we're not there with it. So he thinks he's dead. So I think the play here is some kind of a Spirit Lash play, perhaps? Because what we can do is we clear a little bit of stuff. We play the Raza, we heal, we draw a card. That's not Anduin. Okay. Okay, so we got rid of his spell power totem there. It was a cute play. Didn't really accomplish a huge amount, but it was a cute play. Allowed him to show off, you know, show off my skills. We're going to take 9 to the face here. That's actually pretty scary. Is he dead yet, though? 4 plus 6 plus 1. No, that's not quite. That's 7. We're really close here. So maybe Kazakus can give us something good. 5 damage. Oh, I like that. We can hit him in the face for 5. Those other 2 options do nothing for me here. I think it has to be the 5 damage. And 4 damage to all minions could get us some kind of a board clear going. So I think here the Kazakus play, the Kazakus potion play, is the play. You see, we could target the Sea Giant with the Penguin and clear the board with the potion, but nah, we're just throwing it all face. Yeah, we could have... Actually, no. We could have targeted the Sea Giant with the Kazakus potion, dealt the 5 to the Sea Giant, dealt 4 to the board, gone face with the Penguin. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. But we would not have... We would have done less damage to his face. And I was confident that I could still take 8 to the face and end this game with Spawn of Shadows. There we go. Shadow Reaper Anduin, you came to the party way too late. Weren't even needed. Okay, next game against a rogue. Now, keeping the cleric. I'm not sure if that's correct. If it is an odd rogue, or a pirate rogue, or a Kingsbane Rogue. Yeah, it's Kingsbane Rogue. You assume that he'll play something cheap, like a cheap pirate. And that maybe a cleric would be good in that instance. Well, actually, no, in this case it's not. It just dies, I guess, to a weapon attack and a patches attack. So do I play it? I think I just play it as a one-cost on-curve play. Could have coined out the Witch Doctor, but I fancy keeping the coin for a turn 4 Excavated Evil play. Yeah. What a start! What an absolutely amazing start. And I could just be dead here. When I say dead, I mean I have Reno in hand. Am I just going to die before turn 6? Or turn 5 with the coin? And even if I do play Reno with turn 5 or the coin, is he just still going to have a ridiculously disgusting board such that I'm still going to die anyway? See, look at all this removal in my hand. Double Dragonfire Potion, Excavated Evil. Just need an opportunity to play them and still live. Is he trading here? He's trading. Okay, that's really good for me. That's really, really good. That saved 3 damage to my face. Okay, next turn. Is it a coin Excavated Evil turn? Or do we just Spirit Lash? I think we Spirit Lash here. We save the coin. So if he was somehow able to put me really low on this turn, maybe with multiple buffs to his weapon, we can still coin Reno, if needed. That's a ha-ha. Every time they play South Sea Deckhand and it says ha-ha, feels like they're laughing at you as they kill you. But look at this burst damage. That's ridiculous. We're down to 5. Wow. We have to coin Reno here, right? We have no choice. Because he's going to be able to draw into that weapon again. But all of that damage going face on that previous turn, we had Reno, so we were okay. Of course, finds the weapon. Yeah, do take note that in this game, my opponent on what, like turn 2 had Kingsbane played. He had double Buccaneer. When I play Kingsbane Rogue, I struggle to find Kingsbane. I never draw Shiny Finder, I never draw Raiding Party, and I never draw Kingsbane itself. So like, you know, 6 turns in, you finally find it, but it's too late. And this guy, turn 7, he's got a 9 attack Kingsbane equipped. He's probably going to buff it again. You going to buff it again? You thinking about buffing it again? Because I've used Reno. So, oh my god. So, Myra's Unstable Element draws him the rest of his deck. He smells blood. He thinks he can now find lethal over the next 2 turns, and he probably can.
I'm out of cards.
Buff it again. Okay. And, of course, he uses up the charges on Kingsbane. Kingsbane goes back into his deck. And, he doesn't fatigue. But I think I'm just dead. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Gain 4 armor. Don't know if that's even going to help me. I think we're just dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the power of Kingsbane Rogue. Reno not even doing anything in this game. What's he got? Leroy? No. Prep? Into? Prep into 14 damage. He's 1 off. Oh yeah, of course, Eviscerate. So, that was fun. But hey, it demonstrates the power of Kingsbane Rogue. especially if you can draw Kingsbane super early. But regardless, this Dragon Priest Reno deck, a really fun deck to play. The inclusion of dragons alone, just to me, is a selling point for this deck. It's hard to navigate. You know, you've got to use your AoEs wisely. You've got to be, you know, careful with your decision making in terms of, like, when do I play the Emperor, for example? When can I get the best value on an Emperor discount in order to better enable Shadow Reaper Anduin? You lack the tap ability of Reno Lock, so you know, drawing into your survival tools, drawing into Reno, it just becomes a little bit harder. So I would still say that Reno Lock is a superior Reno deck, but I would say that this deck perhaps needs a little bit more thought to play, a little bit more challenging to play, and for that reason is an attractive deck to play, if that makes sense. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope that everyone who requested me playing Reno Priest is sufficiently entertained and has enjoyed this video, and maybe it's given you guys some ideas about how you can take Reno Priest forward as the wild meta moves forward. So, I'll see you guys all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun. Our next video will be a Jade Taunt Druid video. So until then, take care everyone, and hopefully all of you have good RNG as you navigate the Wild Mode ladder.